I got a lot of niggas hating, a lot of niggas waiting to replace me, a lot of chickens chasing, they wanna taste it. I tell them face it, you other bitches basic compared to my lady. And sex game crazy, brain on lunatic. I ain't even doing shit, chillin' with my niggas rolling up.
Prescott unofficially scoring it for Spence. Canelo goes to the bottom. What does he have to do to survive? Speed belongs to Pacquiao. He's the former flyweight, beating up one of the biggest welterweights we ever saw.
What up? It's your boy Cardinal Red, and we back for some more of that Ali Land daily boxing talk, people. And today we talking who is the best in boxing 2021. Canelo, Pacquiao, Spence Jr., or Bud Crawford. Alright, y'all, so I wanted to give my take on who is the best boxer in 2021 and why. And I'm going to give a top three. I'm going to give an honorable mention to my fourth place position, who I'm leaving out just because I feel like these other four guys, there's a real chance in the future they could all mix it up. But the fourth place mention is going to go to Anthony Joshua. I think he is one of the best boxers in the world. And because he's in the heavyweight division, there's no chance of any of these guys. I don't think Canelo's going to try to take on Anthony Joshua ever. But we're going to give Anthony Joshua an honorable mention at number 4. Alright, y'all, so let's go and get into this. Number 3. Who do I got at number 3 as the best boxer in the world in 2021? I'm going to give that to Terence Bud Crawford. And the reason I give it to Bud Crawford is I don't think Crawford's hit that level of popularity yet. I don't think I think there's a lot of question marks when it comes to Terence Crawford and the level of competition that he's faced in comparison to Errol Spence Jr. So I would say Terence Crawford is the number 3 boxer in the world in 2021, and I would have him a little higher on the list, but I just don't feel like he's proven yet, man. I think it was a good showing in the Kell Brook fight. I think he is making his name known, but I think because he's stuck on top-ranked boxing and he really doesn't have anybody to fight, you can't put him in the upper echelon of the best boxers in 2021 just yet. Doesn't mean he's not going to get there. I wouldn't give him the best boxer of 2021 though. Alright, so who do I got at number 3? At number 3, I got none other than Errol Spence Jr. And there's a reason I got Errol Spence Jr. at number 2, I got Errol Spence Jr. So at number 2, we got Errol Spence, my bad. There's a reason I got Spence at number 2 over Terence Crawford. It's simply because he's faced better competition than Terence Crawford has. And he's beaten the opposition before Terence Crawford has. So a lot of these guys that Crawford has beat, they were guys that Errol Spence has already beat. And on top of that, the best guys that Terence Crawford's faced, Errol Spence had beat him already. And on top of that, he's faced better competition just with the guys at PBC. So if it was a chance that Terence Crawford could move over to PBC boxing, I would have him ranked higher on my list of best boxers of 2021. But at the moment, I got it number 3, Terence Crawford, number 2, Errol Spence Jr. Alright, so who do I got as number 1? Well, it's a tie-up, and it's a tie-up because I don't want to go against either of these guys, so I'm just gonna call it a draw. I did a video yesterday you can check out, and I said if these two guys fought, they would fight to a draw, even if it happened today. I think if it would have happened 5 years ago, when one of the guys were a little younger and both of the guys were younger, but one of them was a little greener, and one of them was just coming off the prime of his career, which is Manny Pacquiao and Canelo Alvarez. So I got these guys tied up for number 1 best boxer of 2021. And the reason I have them tied up is because I do feel like if they actually did fight today, even though they're not in the prime anymore. Well, Pacquiao, some people say he's not in his prime. Canelo's clearly in his prime, but some people think Pacquiao's no longer in his prime and he's over the hill. He shouldn't even be fighting anymore. But I still feel like Pacquiao has something left in the tank, and if they were to fight at a catch weight, I think it would be a real brawl, and I think there's a real chance that Pacquiao could pull off a upset with Canelo. I think his speed and the fact that Canelo would have dropped pounds and Pacquiao would be going up would be a slight advantage to Pacquiao if they fought at, let's say, 158 pounds, maybe 100. I doubt they would do 160, but maybe 158 catch weight. So, I got those guys drawing it out at number one, and I based that off of a few things. These are the two most popular active fighters. They would be the two biggest draw on pay-per-view. Nobody's going to outdraw Manny Pacquiao or Canelo Alvarez. Not Terence Crawford, not Errol Spence Jr. Now Anthony Joshua might be able to do bigger numbers because he brings pretty much the whole UK with him when he fights. So he might do, something similar to a Pacquiao or Canelo by themselves, but not together. If they were fighting each other, there's no way Anthony Joshua fight could compare to a Pacquiao Canelo fight. It's just not going to happen. But like I said, I left him off the list because there's no chance of Anthony Joshua fighting any of these guys. But there is a real chance, man, in Pacquiao perhaps taking on Canelo instead of Errol Spence or Terence Crawford. Just if he wanted to just go after the money, just the money, period. Why not go fight Canelo, man? If it's all about the money, you can go fight Canelo, make a serious payday, and retire, man, and be done with the sport, and wouldn't have to worry about fighting either one of those guys. Plus, he would retire with a belt. I mean, he would have to relinquish it after he retired, but he would retire with a belt. And having fought Canelo and McGregor in the same year. So we're talking about serious amounts of paper. But, I mean, let me know what y'all think about that down in the comment section. Should Manny Pacquiao take on Canelo Alvarez? Because it's a great matchup, man, in 2021. Do you agree that those guys should be tied up at number one for the best boxer in 2021? And who do you believe is the best boxer in 2021? Is it Crawford? Is it Spence? Leave me a comment down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about that. As always, man, believe in yourself, follow your dreams. Your dreams will come true. Tell your mama, tell your daddy, your auntie, your uncle, your cousin, your cat, and the man on the moon about Cardinal Red and Ali Land Boxing Talk so we can grow the platform as big as we can get it. With your help, we'll get there. It's your boy Cardinal Red, and we are out of here.
My situation, I got a lot of niggas hating, a lot of niggas waiting to replace me, a lot of chickens chasing, they wanna taste it. I tell them face it, you other bitches basic compared to my lady.